Well, welcome all, and welcome Mr. Barry Peatling to the Barry Peatling Football Show.
And welcome to you, Colin Sutcliffe, and all my viewers in the state and around the world. It's a very nice sunny day in Chelsea for a change. 22 degrees. Is that right, Colin?
Oh, yeah, it might even be more.
I've got my shorts on. I haven't got my shorts. I've got my
proper pants on.
Got me dressed up, okay? Just in case the police run in,
yep.
knock on the door.
So, first of all, before we get into the game, we're going to look at a clipping. Peatling's absence will swing game in Ararat's favour.
Yeah.
Very awesome.
My first season in Rapagna, Colin. The last home and away game, 5 minutes before the end, got this little whack on the knee. Thought it was nothing.
And they didn't show you that newspaper, didn't they?
No, I'll tell you.
They kept it from you.
No, that's right. But and it turned out that I damaged the bruised the nerve, and my foot went dead, and I was in fast for 6 weeks. I missed. That was Monday's headline.
So it's got
Friday's headline before the game. That was because I was out.
Friday, September the 2nd. And it talks about Mick Sybin here. It's got a little reference.
June, the lady friend I met at the football, her husband was up in the stand, Greg Lamper, who played for South Melbourne for 14 years. It must have been Cheerio to you, Greg. I'll talk about you later. But Mick Sybin, he would have been. I think Mick Sybin would have been. Might have been just finished because he was coach for Rapagna in the 60s. I don't know when Greg started. I think Greg might have started. He was playing with Bobby Skilton. But anyway, that was a pretty good headline for only a young fella there, Colin. First season in the competition. I mean, you get that headline. I mean, you'd kill for that, wouldn't you? Because
the next season you won the premiership, didn't you?
Won the flag in 61 or 62, whatever it was. But that's sort of, they wouldn't bring that in the hospital. I was in hospital.
No, because that would.
I reckon it's going to upset me. I said, laid that down the track. I said, why didn't you bring it? That would have sparked me up.
It sparked you right up.
How would be some people, Colin?
Some people just lack discernment.
Bit of
lack of discernment.
That's similar. That's a good word, but yeah.
So that's from yesteryear.
Yeah.
Let's talk about on the weekend YCW versus Eliza in the second semi-final. What was the crowd and conditions like?
Very ordinary crowd, Colin.
Ordinary crowd, considering it was at Frankston and Mount Eliza in that zone.
Well, Mount Eliza and Frankston Ycw are the two top sides in the competition.
And it's in the area.
Yeah. The other side of the ground, we're all standing in front of the rooms. It was reasonably sort of crowd there. It's always.
They just expect to win all the time. That's why.
I don't know, but the week before wasn't very crowd either.
Right.
The crowd's been very down. I mean,
it's surprising, isn't it?
I think they'll get a good crowd next
considering
week.
It's finals.
Well, it's the best part of the year. It's supposed to be in for God's sake.
Yep. All right. Let's talk about the game then. First half, first quarter.
First quarter. Yeah, YCW started very well. He's getting better every time I see that fella, Colin.
Yep.
He was controlling the ruck, and of course Ulms, ULMS. That'd be Dutch, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Number 15, he was. They were playing alright too. The Scotty McLeod was an ex-Chelsea player. Kicked 2 or 3 goals in the first quarter.
Yeah.
2 goals in the first quarter, and 1 in the second quarter. But he was dominating. No one was going near him.
Right.
Number 3, yeah.
So they missed from Chelsea. Bruin. Anthony
Bruin. He's an ex-Chelsea fella too, but he wasn't too flash. He wasn't too flashy.
Wasn't as good, wasn't
he? Kicked a goal of the day. I'll tell you about that later. The goal of the day it was, about 60 metres out on the angle. But
so do you have scores there?
Yeah, the quarter time was 5-2 to 1-3. Looked like it was going to be a massacre.
All right. So Frankston running away from.
But the second quarter, Mount Eliza started fought back and kicking 2 or 3 goals to YCW 1 point.
Wow.
And it looked like they were going to make a game of it. I thought, because I was talking to.
Was there wind?
No, probably 2 or 3 goals.
A zephyr.
Zephyr, yeah. That's you were saying that.
Yeah.
But I was standing next to Alan, who's a friend of Snake.
Yeah.
I stood there a couple of weeks ago. He's
member?
Yeah, he's a member. He's been a member for years for Mount Eliza. And he was
president.
No, he's just a good supporter. But he was. He'll be there again next week. But as I say, they were 2 points in front at half time.
Right. Okay.
Now wait a minute, beg your pardon. Now two goals 11 points in front at half time, and they looked like making the game. So I got written here.
Okay, there were 13 points. So the second half, the third quarter.
Second half, YCW started to take over. They started to control the game. They kicked about 5 goals, four or 5 goals.
The scoring end.
Well, it was a scoring end. It was about a 3-goal win, I reckon. But Eames was still dominate, and he just. I would have loved to have been playing with Raven Wimley. He just. Most of the time he was palming the ball, but if he couldn't get a good clean knock to his Raven, he belted the ball 30 metres down to his goal. I mean, as good as a kick.
Yep.
He just controlled the game. So the third quarter score was YCW 9-9 to 4-5. So they only scored a goal, Eliza. That's when the game sort of turned around.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last quarter, Mount Eliza, they kicked 4 goals, 5, and they just. But they fought back.
Too far away.
Mount Eliza did fight back in the last quarter. They got within 10 points a couple of times.
Right,
and then
okay.
They're just too smart, too good, and
end up losing by 22.
11-13 to 8-9, which 24 shots to 17. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, they only got beaten by just under 3 goals.
Yeah. Not that much in it, really.
No, I mean, and they had a lot of players down, Mount Eliza. I reckon they'll win next week. They'll beat more, and they'll play YCW in a couple of weeks' time.
Right. So that was the final score.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the goal kickers then, Barry.
The goal kicker, Scotty McLeod, kicked. I know he kicked 2. He might have kicked 3, but it was hard.
It says 2 here on the official record.
Bodie kicked 1, Bruin kicked 1, but he kicked the goal of the day.
It says here Bruin 4. Don't know what's going on here.
Oh, he might have, because it's been hard to pick some of them fellas when the numbers are different.
Different numbers.
When you're on the wing, it's
hard to see.
Oh, I seen him kick.
You don't, and not your players. So
no. But he did kick the goal of the day. That was 60-metre goal. But it could have been 4 too. But I didn't. And the other fella, Mozambique, kicked 1. But for Mount Eliza, Mr. Van Ewan, 3 possessions, 2 goals.
Yeah.
Lean 1, Shaw 1, Cole. Then he was held to 1 goal. Held to 2 goals. Very ordinary day, mate. He won't do that next week. He'll kick about 7 or 8 next week.
Yes, that'll be interesting. So give us your group of, is it best players or?
Yeah, best players.
Still best players.
Best players. YCW. Not in any order. Elms, Mazurka, McLeod, Eames, Lewis Roberts. He's the star, that Lewis Roberts.
Yeah.
And Benny Tellis, ex-captain. And for Mount Eliza, very hard to find, I've got written here, and some of the ones that put in are Shaw, Matty Lilly, Benny Lean, Landry, Clayton, and Lilly.
Well, that leads into the votes then. 1 vote.
Yeah. 1 vote to Lewis Roberts, all Mount Eliza.
2 votes.
Kyle Hutchison, number 27.
And 3 votes.
9 votes to Ashley Eames, who was.
So all your votes went to who? What team?
YCW.
Oh, YCW. I thought you said Mount Eliza.
No,
so Ashley Eames, star player.
He controlled the whole game. But he came off in the last quarter for about 5 minutes. I don't know why he went back off the last 3 minutes.
Resting him. Give us your highlights package then, Barry.
Well, there wasn't too many highlights, but the highlight of the game was the way number 7 of Frankston Ycw, Ashley Eames, controlled the whole game, Colin. He just, I've never seen it. I mean, they had a couple of big fellas, Mount Eliza, but they just couldn't get near him. I mean, we had a fellow, when we played against Ycw, we had a fellow, Jackson Arthur. He had a bit of a go. He would have done a better job than these fellas done on Saturday. Jacko, yeah, he done a good job against us. But he was a general.
Right.
All day.
Wow.
I mean, he's got to be 35, I think, 35 at least.
He's getting up there.
But that was probably the main highlight. Apart from that, Anthony Bruin's goal of the day in the third quarter. No kidding, it was about 60 metres on the flanks.
Yeah, right.
But he used to play for Chelsea.
Right.
So did Scotty McLeod. I mean, what are they doing? I mean, Chelsea's got to get their mind right. Keep some of their good players, for God's sake. Now, that was just about the
highlights of the game.
Highlights, because I got written here, he's a freak. That's the games.
Yeah.
Freak Ruckman.
So, what's the game next week then?
Next week, Mount Eliza will be playing Mornington, who beat Aspendale yesterday by 8 goals. I thought EDS would have given them a fright.
But they didn't. And this will be on the Sunday, it says here.
Next 2 games are on the Sundays, yeah, the preliminary final.
This is the preliminary, so this is the play.
Whoever wins this game's plays YCW, and I'd say that this will be a rematch in 2 weeks' time for Mount Eliza. They might put on a different sort of show. I hope they can pick some decent players to have a go.
So that'll be interesting. So you'll be there?
I'll certainly be there, yeah, for sure.
You'll be live, watching it at 2 o'clock and get the highlights. So that's the football next week. What about Richmond?
Richmond, they're supposed to be called Richmond Tigers, but I'll tell you what, they're not Richmond Tigers.
What are they called then, Barry?
I've just called them the Richmond Pretenders.
The Great Pretenders.
No, that was a good song by the Platters, but no, they're the Pretenders. That's the third. 1 year's bad enough, 2 years horrible, 3 years in a row.
Elimination final.
And there's a half a dozen players, I said before we come on air today, half a dozen Richmond players had 8 possessions or less.
Yeah.
Including the captain.
Yeah, terrible.
What is going on?
He said in the paper today, he's come out and he said he's let Richmond down.
Cochin?
Oh,
well, big deal. That's what you're going to... I mean, shouldn't say nothing. Just should go and have a rest for 3 months or something, or come back as vice captain. I mean, he was... The fellow who tagged him, he was hopeless too. But he tagged him at the game.
Yeah.
Sam Jacobs, yeah.
Took Cochin out of the game. So the umpires played their part, of course.
The umpire really cost them the game. I tell you now, I mean, in the last quarter, Jack Rewell grabbed this fella, this clean drop. And all
straight into his back.
No,
the other one, yeah.
The one down in front of goal.
Yeah.
So Jack Rewell grabbed hold of this fella, anyway, he's dropped the ball, and all the players stopped because I thought automatically dropped the ball. What did the umpire do? No whistle, play on. And that would have been a shot at goal for Richmond, put them in front.
Momentum.
And they went down, kicked the goal, and they put 10 points. No, 10 points for the other one. So the umpires cost us the game.
It's a 12-point.
2-goal turnaround.
Yeah, 2-goal turnaround.
But all the players stopped, Colin. I mean, not too often. That's what everybody thinks it's a free kick.
It was hard to watch after.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it was hard to watch. The umpiring was a little bit substandard.
Yeah, not good for Richmond.
But it means nothing now because they can't replay the tape even if they strip the umpire a game. It's just it just can't do anything about it.
But talking about umpires, that definitely cost Richmond the game. I mean, it wasn't going too flash anyway. But 20 couldn't hear me yell out when I was...
I didn't hear a noise. I was thinking, what's that?
Yeah, there's probably... I felt like smashing something.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the way football goes.
That's the year gone.
That's the year is gone.
And so we'll have to wait for next year, which they want to...
Well,
I heard someone say, a Richmond supporter say to me today, that maybe next year they can make the top 4 and lose 2 finals.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, if they get in the finals next year, I won't be having a zack on.
No.
1 cent on Richmond in the finals, so they win one.
You lost this week's wages on it.
Yeah, I lost a bit of money, as a matter of fact. I thought I had a chance in the last quarter. I had to win them by 7.5 points. I thought I got within a level, or got within 2 points. But
anyway, that's that. That's the story about Richmond. We won't talk about Richmond for a while.
Very, very frustrating for... What about the crowd?
Yeah, it's big.
Richmond had probably 70% of the crowd,
probably,
They'll be all... I've been a few suicides.
Yeah, might be.
For Richmond supporters, I mean.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Cheerios, Barry.
Cheerios, yeah, Annie and Carla, and there's no blackouts the last week, which is a world record. Jotted down there.
Yep.
Now, these friends I met on Saturday, I was standing next to on Saturday was, June Lambert. Actually, she's on the video. I took a little bit of video.
Oh, it'll be after this then.
I asked her a few questions. I think it was a 3/4 time. It'll be on it. So stand by. You tune in later. I told her about 4:30, but it'll be on early today.
Yep.
Alan, he's a good mate of Snake. He's a Mount Eliza man. He's a
stalwart.
He'll be there next week. As I said before, June Lambert, her husband, he was up the stand. He's got a couple of crook hips.
Yeah.
He couldn't stand up. So but he was a star South Northern player in the early 60s, I think.
Right. 14
years on the league. I remember him, Greg Lambert, number 33.
Okay.
And he was, because they're Mount Eliza people now. And there was the other woman there. But she'll know who she is because
she knows who she is.
Three standing there together. But June, she was a very loyal, true supporter. She was getting very wild because I wasn't going too good. I was standing right next to her and I said, just settle down, June.
Settle down, calm down, deep breath.
Yeah, but small world, isn't it? Because he would have been playing with Mick Seibert, who used to coach Ravenna.
That's right.
Mick Seibert was number 7 for South Melbourne. Now there you go. Hope your hips are all right there, Greg. Got 2 hips, crook hips.
2 crook.
I got one half crook hip, one half crook hip. But and of course PH, Sandy, and Carlos. PH, the Tigers. I just had a call before I come in here. Richmond are called Richmond Tigers at the moment. I'm going to call them the Richmond Pretenders from now on until they win a final.
Until they win a final.
They were pathetic, Phil. They should have. Lost a bit of money on too, but that's why. Actually, I'm in front of him over the year because I won a couple of weeks ago and under the 50. But it was pathetic for PH. I tell you what, they all should hang their head in shame. I mean, as I said to you before we come in here, there were 6 players at least, or might have been 7, with 8 possessions or less. Shameful. You can't do that in this day and age football, can you? So
bring your A game.
Well, Cochrane only got 8 possessions too.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to talk about that, dwell on that too much now. Starting to lower the tone.
Yeah, well, the more I talk about it, the more frustrated I get, but I won't be having a bet on
this year at all.
In the finals again till they win
one. Right.
They're all right during the year. It's only when the big stuff comes on. They must go to their head or something, isn't it? Or just the nerves.
I think so, yeah. Any more Cheerios?
No, that's all for
today. That's it.
So I got that out of my system.
Got it all belted out.
But next week I'll be going to watch Mount Eliza play, as I said before. Mornington beat EDS by 8 goals. You wouldn't have thought that, would you?
No.
So Mount Eliza will be playing Mornington down at Frankston Park on next Sunday, and the grand final's on the Sunday. I reckon 2 weeks' time you'll see Mount Eliza rematch with Frankston Ycw, and they might turn the table.
You heard it here first.
So there you go. So that's hope for you, June, and Greg. They're really, and Alan too. They're very strong supporters. Wow. I was standing amongst all of Mount Eliza people. But anyway, that's about all I got for this week.
So goodbye from me.
Stay tuned, June, for your video coming up. Bye bye.
Come on, boys. Let's go now. Let's finish off. Hit up the 3-1. Hit up that 3-person. Look it in the mirror, boys. Not out the window. Come on. We got the legs, boys. We got the legs. Win the corner. Let's win the corner. All right. Starting to pan out like we thought. Ash is really starting to get his hands on the footy first. We don't need to do anything remarkable in there, but if it takes 50 or 60 stoppages, we'll play right into where we are, but we've got to make sure that we don't leave the front area of that stoppage, so Beasley or Landry can just walk through. Michael, it's really important that you and Ryan and Mitchell on the other wing are there. You don't go forward, plug it up. When the kick out, I always said you've got to get on the 45 to cover the spread. A couple of times we've just left it, and we've not nearly as well enough because we've been able to generate that +1 down here. We've just got to make sure now, ball gets in here, we've got to still play with some adventure, still spread the footy, and that'll be our best way and the most effective way to get out of there. If we're forced to go down the line continually, the dam will break. So we've just got to make sure that we are working off the footy, create the option for each other. And we know we've been doing it for 2 years. But when we do spread the ground, those options will happen for us. All right? And then it's an opportunity. We've just got to take it to the last one. Get out of your way. The opportunity to create. All right? You don't need anything from anybody other than what you bring, enough. Roll outside of that, go outside of the structures that we want, and think that you have to do it on your own back, so that it becomes marginal. But all it is, each and every one. And at times we speak about it. When it's uncomfortable, you've got to be comfortable with that. And each of you are going to be in that position sometime over the next 20-25 minutes. Put your nose over it, win the footy, hands on it. And if we've got our hands on it first, we're not going to take it away. Come on, boys.
There's some of the crowd coming. This will be on the YouTube on Monday, Helen. All these people see their heads on it. Say hello to the camera, sweetie. It's going to go on YouTube on Monday. You're a Mount Eliza fan, aren't you? Pardon?
I'm June Lamb.
June.
Yeah.
June. This is Mount Eliza's not going too good, are they?
No, they're certainly not.
What do you reckon they're going to do to try and win?
They're going to kick 6 goals in a row and win it.
We need 6 goals, don't we?
YCW kicking a bloody goal.
We'll smash the other up too, yeah.
Absolutely.
How you going, sweetheart? You're on the 2. June, right, that's it. That'll be on. Next